Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. Man open right side. It's the tight end, Clay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. You go night-night. Come on, night-night.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Let's go, baby. We need turnovers. Get that ball. Get that ball. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Get out.
Here's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 3.5 to go, first quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check. Check 4. Look at him.
Throwing is Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's going to be a long down like this. It's going to be a long down. Shift. Watch the shift. Sponge. No.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Rush in. Run.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Jump. Nice walk. Right. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, I'm coming after you. 6 guys. Teddy Weber. Mike. Check. Yeah, let's get that.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Fellas, let's set a tone.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Tight right. Out. 3 down. Out. Check 31. Kill.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
We playing to
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 39-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Blue 60.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Set. 180. Increase the mic. You got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right here? Let's go. Check. Lucky. Check 24. Check 24.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Past the 20. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Johnson, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Stafford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Murray. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Murray now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. On first and 10, here's Murray. He gets this one to Johnson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Out, 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 out.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They're running with Johnson, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Blue 60. Check, 43.
Now on second and 13. Stafford, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Left side here, caught by Clay. The end result, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Show it. Check three.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now third down and long.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Stafford now to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Complete outright to Kurz. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
From the 38, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Stafford looks to throw again. He's got his man. It's Kurz. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
To throw is Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Prater's not going to get this one. Missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far. And they come away with nothing.
Mike 51. And let's pin the mirrors.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball? Not
easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Romeo Okwara picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
That time. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. 4 down, 4 down. I got 11.
Again, it's Johnson. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 70 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. We always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Murray's pass complete to Charles Clay. Brings up 3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Murray. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Stafford. Going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Murray going to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's checking crack. Kill, kill, kill. On the ball. Set up.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watch one, watch one. Here we go, here we go.
From the 16, Murray steps up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
You. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Yeah. Mike 51.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight is right. 3 down. Check. 3 down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hatchet. Undercrunch.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three, check three, check three. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
He goes, set! Get a 20! Awesome run. They're running it.
Throwing here, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Switch.
After the turnover, here's Murray, forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Murray, one final try. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough. And
Hey, it's always fun